Hello, this is Doug with Bruise Bitcoin with today's tech moment. And today I'm going to be connecting a Zeus digital wallet to a Lightning Network node hosted on a Start9 Labs Embassy personal server behind the TOR Onion network. And while, yes, that is quite the mouthful, the Start9 Labs team has done all the heavy lifting. And so we just need to basically, the simplistic view is copy a URL over to Zeus and import it. And while that sounds incredibly simple, and it is in fact, it took me 2 hours to discover how to do that. I had gone out to Google and searched the internet and could not find anything specific. I even went to my Telegram chat groups and also to Embassy's internal chats and couldn't find the exact way to do it. I had seen a hodgepodge of ways people got connected from, this being on an Onion network. People were using HTTPS as a prefix, and that is not supposed to work. But I have heard from a couple people who anecdotally had said that it did work for them. So I tried manually to do this configuration all sorts of ways, using the LND Connect, using HTTP, HTTPS, and it all came down to improper configuration of the manual configs that Zeus requires. Again, that's connection type, host name, port, security certificate, and macaroon. And I was trying to piecemeal all that and didn't understand the string. And so I imagine if I did, I could have manually done it, but I didn't. And then I was also fighting with TOR and Orbot, and so it got all convoluted. When the reality is, it only takes 90 seconds. So once I stumbled upon it, the correct way of the URL into Zeus, it was a no-brainer. It took 15 seconds to connect to the node, and away I went. So this is to document that process for you so you don't have to spend 2 hours trying to figure it all out. A couple notes here. The Zeus wallet is a Bitcoin / Lightning Network wallet. So you will see sats and you will see Bitcoin if you want to choose to see it in that format. I've made everything in sats on both the Bitcoin on-chain and the Lightning Network sats part of the wallet, and you'll see that once we connect. Another note here is the reason I've chosen the Zeus wallet is that it was one of the supported wallets on my Telegram chat group that one of the members had created a transaction bot to allow us to tip members for those who contributed to the forum, either through software or through their interaction with the group. And so I knew Zeus was available as a supported wallet on my Embassy as well, and so I wanted to get it up and running. I had previously gotten a Zap wallet working, and that is my go-to for the most part, but I did want to try the Zeus as an alternative, similar functionality, but an alternative wallet. And another note here is that this is for Android-specific users, not iPhone. And that has to deal with how iPhones deal with the TOR network or don't deal with it. So I am functioning on an Android. I use Orbot for my non-native TOR apps to communicate over Onion, and this covers a bit of that as well. Specifically, Orbot is used for these non-native TOR apps to communicate over the Onion network, and those include two very major ones that I use every day. One of those being Bitwarden Password Manager, and the other one being the Element front end for the Matrix server, chat messaging. So both of those require Orbot, and both require to be selected as a VPN app within Orbot. And so logic going is that you would also select Zap or Zeus wallets to also be selected as VPN apps to communicate over Orbot, but you would be incorrect. Since they are now natively built on TOR, they do not need to go through Orbot, and so do not select Zap or Zeus as VPN apps within Orbot. It won't work. And let's see, another caveat here is that apparently it used to be that Orbot running in the background would conflict even if the apps weren't selected, but that's no longer the case. Orbot must have been updated or the apps were updated so they can work hand in hand with Orbot running in the background even without the apps selected to run over the Onion network through Orbot. So Zeus works great running with Orbot. So anyway, another note here is that the URL that you are going to copy from your Embassy web page and place it into your phone should not go over an open network. So you should do it through an encrypted, end-to-end connected manner. And I did that through Element because it is end-to-end encrypted from my web browser, which is Firefox, to Element on my phone, and then I just copied the URL to my clipboard and then pasted that into Zeus. I want to make sure I reiterate, do not do it over Telegram, do not do it over email, do not do it over any instant messenger that's not end-to-end encrypted. You do not want your LND Connect string out there in the wild to be sniffed by third parties that you don't trust to not share your data or infiltrate it or hack it or whatever. So protect yourself, send it by Element between the two. And now technically you could also bring up your Embassy web page on your phone and then copy it from there to the Element directly, but lack of real estate for me hinders that. I just want to be able to see what I'm doing on my web browser. And so after I've done all those legalese, we're going to move over to the browser and show you where the URL is that you're going to be using. So in the Embassy software, I'm going to click on Services. It brings up my installed services, and I'm going to click on Lightning Network daemon. And I'm going to scroll down, go down to Properties, and I'm going to look at the LND Connect REST URL. So this is the one near the bottom. And you can see that the clear text is actually hidden, and you've got three icons to the right. The I would clear text that URL string. We don't need that. The second button is a QR code generator, which would be great if it did work, but it is in the wrong format for Zeus to read. So while clicking this will create a QR code, it's not in the right format and does not work, so don't try it. Embassy is aware of this, and they will be putting a fix out for it in the future. The third button is the copy button, and that is the one we will use. And so you just click it, it copies it to the clipboard, and at this point you would paste it into Element and send it over to your phone. I've already done that step behind the scenes, so I'm not going to bore you with that one. I'm just going to go straight to my phone, to my Element app. So over here on Element, I'll click it, and there is my URL string. Now this string starts with the prefix of LND Connect : //. So there's no HTTP or HTTPS. So you don't have to change this in any way. Even though if you did it manually, Zeus would squawk at you and tell you that it's an HTTPS address and should be used that way accordingly. But it's a red herring error, so don't do it. The easiest way is to just bring it up in Element. I'm going to click, copy, that puts it into the clipboard, go back to my screen, bring up Zeus. Zeus loads, and as you can see here, scan LND Connect config. If this LND QR code did work, that's the way I would do this normally, but it doesn't, so I'm just going to click Get Started. I'm now going to go down to connect to an LND node. And here you can see that my import from my clipboard is present. And so I'm just going to go ahead and click Import. And then down here it has Use TOR selected, and I'm going to go ahead and click Certificate Verification also. And if you do not select this, it opens you up for man-in-the-middle attacks, and because of the security certificate not being verified between the devices. So I'm going to go ahead and select both TOR and certificate verification. And at this point, I click Save Node. It attempts to connect to your Lightning Network node. Takes less than 10 seconds generally, and will bring me up all of the sats that I have in this wallet, both as Lightning sats and on-chain sats that I have just sitting there. And so this is a wallet that will show you any payments you've made, any invoices you've created, what's on chain, and how many channels you have connected to your Lightning network. And you can send, receive, and scan QR codes from here. So super simple wallet, does exactly what it needs to do for sending Bitcoin and Lightning network transactions, and super easy to config once you know what you're doing. So again, the easy way to explain this is you're just copying your LND Connect REST URL from your Lightning Network daemon, and you are pasting that into Zeus via the clipboard. It auto-sends it out of the clipboard and installs it for you. You click connect, you're good to go. And that's it. So again, this is Doug with Brews Bitcoin for a tech moment. And if there's anything that you'd like me to cover or explain, I will get that out for you. You can reach me on Twitter at BrewsBitcoin, so at BREWSBITCOIN. And you can also reply to this YouTube channel at the bottom, and hopefully soon we'll actually be on Twitch. So have a good day. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.